red carpets, paparazzi flashes, fans screaming their names. Celebrities are used to being the center of attention. But believe it or not, there are times when even the biggest stars don't get recognized. In this video, we're taking a look at the surprising instances when celebrities went unnoticed by the public, and how it can be a humbling experience for them. But before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. A moment of disbelief. Adam Sandler at IHOP. Imagine walking into a bustling IHOP, ready to enjoy a meal, but instead of being greeted with admiration, you're told to wait in line like everyone else. This is exactly what happened to Adam Sandler, who was denied a table at the restaurant because the hostess didn't recognize him. In a viral TikTok video, you can see the moment clearly. Sandler, wearing a face mask, is told he'd have to wait 30 minutes to be seated. The actor, who was with his daughter, didn't try to use his celebrity status to cut ahead. He simply walked away, gracefully avoiding any drama. The story didn't end there, though. The misunderstanding led to a beautiful turn of events, as IHOP and Sandler collaborated to raise money for charity. The chain hosted an all-you-can-eat milkshake Monday in his honor, with proceeds donated to one of Sandler's favorite charities. It was a wholesome outcome that showcased the actor's humility in the face of being unrecognized. Jay-Z on the subway. A sweet conversation. Sometimes, not being recognized leads to heartwarming moments, like when Jay-Z sat next to an elderly woman on the subway. She had no idea who he was, but the two ended up having a lovely conversation. Despite his status as one of the most famous rappers in the world, Jay-Z was just another passenger to her. When he introduced himself, she simply replied, "Oh, nice to meet you." The exchange was sweet and genuine, a reminder that even celebrities want to be seen as people, and not just their public personas. It was a refreshing moment of normalcy for Jay-Z, who often finds himself surrounded by fans or cameras. The woman's nonchalant response provided him with a rare opportunity to simply be himself without the weight of fame attached. For the woman, it was just another conversation with a stranger. But for Jay-Z, it was a brief escape from the constant scrutiny of his public life. This encounter highlights how everyday interactions can be more meaningful when stripped of the fame that often defines a person's identity. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the simplest, most authentic moments are the most memorable. It also speaks to the shared humanity that exists between celebrities and their fans. Even the most famous figures long for genuine connections that aren't rooted in their celebrity status. This moment between Jay-Z and the elderly woman is one of many examples of how fame doesn't always have to define a person's interactions with others. Keanu Reeves. A humble act of kindness. Keanu Reeves, known for his humble nature, provided yet another example of how a celebrity can navigate the world unnoticed. On a subway ride, he quietly gave up his seat to an older woman, without anyone around him realizing who he was. This small, kind gesture might have gone unnoticed by the other passengers, but for those who were in the know, it was a moment that perfectly encapsulated Reeves' down-to-earth personality. Keanu's ability to remain humble, even when unrecognized, sets him apart from many other famous faces. His actions not only reveal his character, but also challenge the stereotypical image of celebrities who often demand special treatment. By choosing to make the woman's ride more comfortable, Keanu showcased that kindness doesn't need to be grandiose or performative to have an impact. This simple act of giving up his seat became a heartwarming story for those who later learned of it, proving that acts of humility often speak louder than fame. In a world where celebrity culture is often defined by ego and attention, Keanu Reeves' actions remain a breath of fresh air. It's not just the small acts of kindness, but the consistency with which he embodies humility that truly sets Keanu apart from many other celebrities. His legacy goes beyond his films, offering a blueprint for how to stay grounded in a world that often values fame over humanity. Travis Scott's frustration. The misunderstanding that went wrong. Not all encounters are as warm and fuzzy, though. Sometimes, being mistaken for someone else can lead to frustration. This was the case when a fan mistook rapper Travis Scott for a $AP Rocky, leading to a tense moment. Scott, clearly annoyed by the mix-up, lunged at the fan, although the situation calmed down quickly. It's a reminder that while fame may bring a lot of perks, it can also lead to situations that are less than ideal, especially when your identity is confused with someone else. The confusion between the two rappers was more than just a simple case of mistaken identity. It represented a larger frustration that many celebrities feel when they are not seen for who they are but rather as part of a collective image. Travis Scott's reaction shows the pressure that comes with being constantly recognized or misrecognized in public spaces. Despite the quick resolution, the moment was a stark reminder of how even the smallest misunderstandings can escalate in the world of celebrity. This instance also brings to light the need for fans to be respectful of personal boundaries and the toll constant attention can have on public figures. While the incident was over quickly, it served as a teachable moment about how fame, while rewarding, can also lead to uncomfortable situations that celebrities aren't always prepared for. A simple mix-up turned into a lesson in patience, identity, and the cost of being constantly in the public eye. Offset's celebrity fail. When fame doesn't work with the police. While some celebrities use their fame to get out of sticky situations, not all encounters are as smooth. Take Migos rapper Offset, for example. During a traffic stop, Offset tried to leverage his celebrity status, demanding to be treated differently. However, the officer had no idea who he was asking. "Who are you?" The situation turned awkward when Offset, trying to prove his celebrity status, said, "I'm Offset from Migos," only to have the officer respond with confusion. "Who's that?" The clip, which went viral, is a perfect reminder that fame doesn't automatically grant you special treatment in all aspects of life. Reese Witherspoon, an arrested reality check. In another example of celebrity misfortune, actress Reese Witherspoon found herself in an embarrassing situation when she was arrested after confronting an officer who was arresting her husband. In the video, she can be heard asking the officer, "Do you know who I am?" When the officer didn't seem to recognize her, Witherspoon's tone became more insistent, saying, "I'm a U.S. citizen." This moment, which was captured on camera, was a reminder that celebrities, no matter how famous, are still subject to the same rules and regulations as everyone else. Randy Blythe's charming humility. Not all celebrity encounters are fraught with tension, though. Randy Blythe, the lead singer of the heavy metal band Lamb of God, had a surprisingly endearing moment when he was stopped by security before a performance. Rather than trying to use his fame to get through the checkpoint, Blythe calmly apologized and showed respect for the officer's job. His humble response was a refreshing departure from the stereotypical celebrity behavior of using fame as a means of getting preferential treatment. Paul McCartney's VIP denial. Even legends get rejected. Even Sir Paul McCartney, one of the most famous musicians in history, found himself in an amusing situation when he was denied entry to a club. The Beatles legend tried to enter the venue only to be stopped by the bouncer, who didn't recognize him. McCartney, with a sense of humor, took it all in stride, joking that they needed another hit to get in. The moment was funny, and a perfect reminder that even the biggest names in entertainment can have their moments of humility. The Kesha incident, an awkward hug refusal. Not every celebrity encounter ends well, as was the case with Jerry Seinfeld and Kesha. Kesha, excited to meet Seinfeld, approached him for a hug, but Seinfeld politely refused, saying, "No thanks." To make things more awkward, he didn't even realize who she was at the time. The moment went viral, and Kesha later admitted that the rejection was the saddest moment of my life. While Seinfeld's refusal was likely an innocent misunderstanding, it highlights how even the most well-known personalities can have their uncomfortable moments. Jennifer Lopez and the Unrecognized childhood home. In a more amusing turn of events, Jennifer Lopez once visited her childhood home, only to be unrecognized by its current owner. The homeowner didn't believe J-Lo when she told him she had lived there as a child. "My name is Jennifer," she said, to which the homeowner responded, "Jennifer, who?" Despite her fame, Lopez couldn't convince the homeowner that she was indeed the superstar who grew up in the house. This humbling moment was captured on video and shared online, sparking both laughter and sympathy for the singer. This encounter became a viral sensation, with fans praising Lopez's humility and down-to-earth attitude. It also sparked a broader conversation about how fame can sometimes fail to transcend personal interactions. Lopez herself laughed off the incident, calling it a reality check and a reminder of her roots. The video even inspired a wave of fans visiting their own childhood homes to recreate the moment. Katy Perry's museum surprise fiasco. Katy Perry attempted to pull off a surprise by visiting a museum incognito, only to have the museum-goers fail to recognize her. As Perry, posing as artist Katherine Hudson, walked around the museum, people were completely oblivious to the fact that they were in the presence of a pop music legend. When one person asked if she was the artist, Perry was left to awkwardly explain that, yes, she was indeed the famous singer. This incident proved that, no matter how famous you are, people often have no clue when they're face-to-face with a celebrity. The episode led to a wave of online memes and discussions about how celebrities often blend into the crowd when out of their usual glamorous context. Perry later joked about the experience, sharing that it was humbling and hilarious. Fans loved the story, seeing it as an example of her relatable and playful personality. Drake's party guest list fiasco. Even rap sensation, Drake wasn't immune to the occasional recognition mishap. At a party, Drake was asked if he was on the guest list, to which his expression said it all. The security guard didn't recognize him, leading to an awkward moment. In a world where celebrities are often treated like royalty, it's a reminder that not everyone is starstruck or aware of their presence. Drake later recounted the story with humor, admitting that moments like these keep him grounded. The incident became a talking point among fans, with many joking about how they'd recognize Drake anywhere. It also led to a popular meme featuring his bewildered expression, captioned with, "Do you know who I am?" Chris Pratt's Billy on the Street moment. When Chris Pratt appeared on Billy on the Street, a segment where people are asked to identify celebrities, no one could recognize him. A random passerby was even asked, "Do you know who this is?" only to respond with a confused, "No." For someone who was the star of blockbuster films like Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a humbling experience to be mistaken for just another regular guy. Pratt took the experience in stride, laughing about it and calling it a great reminder that Hollywood isn't the center of the universe. The moment resonated with fans who appreciated Pratt's humility and humor. It also sparked a trending hashtag #VoiceForSprat, as fans joined in on the fun. The Tony Hawk incident. Skateboarders ignorant a legend. Skateboarding legend Tony Hawk once challenged skateboarders to perform kickflips, only for the young enthusiasts to remain completely unaware that they were being challenged by the man himself. The skateboarders were more concerned with showing off their skills than recognizing one of the most iconic figures in the sport. It was a humorous moment that perfectly captured how fame in one realm doesn't always translate to recognition in another. Hawk later tweeted about the incident, sharing the irony of being a global icon yet unrecognized in his own element. Fans and fellow skaters found the story both hilarious and heartwarming, with many calling it a testament to Hawk's unassuming demeanor. The incident even inspired a short documentary about Hawk's impact on the sport and its culture. Have you ever seen a celebrity in person and not realized who they were? Or maybe you've witnessed a famous face go unnoticed in public. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating celebrity stories and insider moments. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay amazed, and keep enjoying the unexpected side of fame.